One Entertainment, pint cheese, Don Status down, baby. It's our turn, baby. Million views, the podcast. You did it again. Be low. Still low. The Young Wonder. Hey, Mel. Million views, huh? You already know, run it up. She's it. What's up? Talk to her.
Strive forward, hustle hard, and then we motivate. Taking chances, taking risks, shit we supposed to take. Million views on your brain, that shit don't sound bad. Meals and cheese and milk, welcome to the podcast. Million views, to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Million views, welcome to the podcast. Million views, man, welcome to the podcast. Million views, welcome to the million views podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Million views, welcome to the podcast. Million views, welcome to the podcast.
You know what? I tried.
So this had to have been after I left.
It was it your, no, yeah, actually you was gone.
I
You was gone,
don't
buddy.
remember nothing like that.
This was the summer after you left.
He went back and told once it got into certain areas, that was over. You already know.
Well, it was that August, so you would have graduated in the May.
Yeah, I probably just left that me.
I left it, this was August after that. So, so anyway, so then I wound up going to John Everett on the West Bank, and then that was, all hell broke loose. That was it.
What happened over there like that?
Man, a lot.
Right.
You know, I got,
long.
yeah.
That long,
I mean,
right? Okay. So we meet up in high school, bro. You was playing football and basketball at one point, right?
Yeah.
All right. So like, what was that like for you, bro?
I mean, it kept me busy. I like to be busy. I loved it. I just love being a part of what was going on. You know, when you was
DP, huh?
yeah, quarterback.
Right.
Well, you know, when you're over there, you get that feeling that you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
Oh, it's definitely a family environment.
And that's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
I just loved the fact that we all collectively was accomplishing something.
Like I think that's the reason why I was even able to graduate high school, bro.
Absolutely.
A lot of people didn't even know how troubled we was. Like they thought they
No.
knew, but they didn't really know. That was an outlet. Like that was a breath of fresh air every hour we was over there. They just really didn't know that.
Well, I mean, I remember when the first time you brought me to your house, I remember thinking to myself, oh, I get it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I knew you had this.
Right.
But I ain't really know. I couldn't connect the dots.
Right.
Till you brought me to your house and I said, okay, I get it.
What you mean by that?
Well, because you had a lot of street smarts and
right.
You wasn't no dummy, you was mature. And I couldn't understand why you wasn't just wild and crazy like everybody else. Why you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was. I couldn't make that connection, but I made it when you brought me to your house. I said, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, man. The people were civilized. They didn't take a whole lot. Like they wasn't. They didn't deal with the sound that was outside.
Yeah.
They didn't deal with the sound that was even regulating over there.
Yeah.
They dealt with Sammy Day Sun. Like, it was different. Like, I knew how to conduct myself.
Yeah, well, it was good.
It was damn good because, like, well, my life would have been hard, if they really knew the full. Like, one time, me and my mama had a talk, bro. I was probably 30. I was in jail. And we had a real talk, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, boy, like, my mama never really knew a lot of stuff. Like, she not stupid. She know I'm out there doing it wrong, but she had, like, like you say, I just carry myself a certain way, bro, because that's how I was raised. I was taught to be respectful to people and, be helpful or whatever, but at the same token, I grew up in a certain place that taught me some other skills too, which wasn't, always good, but that was what it was, So I guess that's what you saw, like.
Yeah, it was like I felt like you was ahead of the game. That's how I felt at that time.
At the time, definitely was ahead of the game for sure. But like anybody else, like from the outside looking in, something looks so it could be so different, or it could be picture perfect to you or whatever. But on the inside, that person, they got something else totally going on. Like they got some other issues or demons or whatever the case may be.
Right.
It just wasn't focused, made poor decisions and stuff like that, and got sidetracked, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about you, Pastor. What led to you accepting your calling. You going on ahead and following your calling.
Well, you know that I'm not even sure how biblical this is. My mom used to always tell me though. I'm sure I can find the scripture to support it. She would always say that sin is fun for a season. She would always tell me that. And so my season of fun was up.
Right.
And at that point, I just felt trapped. So it's like I had all this fun, acting crazy and getting into all this trouble, and then I was trapped. And I couldn't get out.
That same stuff makes you miserable.
Yeah. And I wanted out. I really did. But I just could not get out. And I tried everything. I tried to move away. I tried to cut people off. I just couldn't shake it. And I will say, when my wife came along, who was my girl at the time, she slowed me down a lot. And then when my son came, that was it. That's what really, really slowed me down.
Your kids will slow you down.
Oh yeah, he slowed me down big
At some
time.
point, no matter, unless you just don't care.
Right. And I even tried to run the streets and have him at the same time. It just wasn't working.
Yeah.
You know? And so I wound up, slowing down. And then the thing about slowing down is once I slowed down, I was forced to look myself in the mirror and deal with myself.